All right, so Lisa, this is the one that you asked me about. This isn't the exact problem that you asked me about, but it's very similar. It's your practice problem from 1.3, and it's got two parts. So the first part says that this student paid $745 in taxes. So if you look at the tax bracket and you notice that the second bracket, they pay $952.50. So that's more than what they paid in taxes. So they're going to fall in the first bracket, okay? So I'm just going to make a note that this is the first bracket. And then what they're going to do is that they are going to take the taxes paid, okay, I'm going to write this out in words, is equal to 10% of what I'm going to call A, their adjusted gross income or their taxable income, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I am going to take the taxes that they paid, $745. I'm going to change 10% to a decimal without the percent sign, and I'm going to multiply that by A. So when I solve it, I am going to divide by 0.10 on both sides. And so that tells me that this person's taxable income is $7,450. And that's the first answer for part A, okay? Then they'll give you part B, and part B is a little bit differently because now they say this person pays this much in taxes, and so we have to figure out what bracket. So if you look at the first bracket, 10% of the $9,525 would be $952.50, so that's not close enough. If you go to the next bracket, they pay the $952.50, but then they also pay 12% of anything over the $9,525. If you go to the third bracket, they pay $4,453.50 plus 22% of anything over $38,700. So since this person only paid $197.50, they're going to fall in the second bracket. So that means I'm going to write taxes paid, and I'm going to write the formula equals $952.50 plus, I'm going to change 12% to a decimal without the percent sign. And then I'm going to write my taxable income, which I called A, minus $9,525, okay? So now I'm going to solve it. And to solve it, I'm always going to subtract this number. Oh, I have to put the taxes paid, which was $2,197.50, okay? And then I'm going to subtract the $952.50 from both sides. Well, that makes 0. And so let me get my calculator here. $2,197.50, and I subtract $952.50, and I'm going to get $1,245. And that equals this part of your formula that remains, 0.12 times A minus 9525. So now the easiest thing to do is to get rid of the multiplication by dividing both sides by that decimal. So when I take 1245 and divide it by 0.12, I get 10,375. This makes 1, and now I'm left with A minus 9,525. And so the last step, I am going to add this amount to both sides. That goes to 0, and so that's going to be $19,900.